Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast from one of my games from the StarCraft 2 beta. We have Jack spawning over here as the red Protoss player on Metalopolis, spawning at the 3 o'clock position. Me and Jack just doing some friendly conversation right now. Jack's telling me that he's simply amazing at this game, and I'm like, ah, great. Pretty much the game has been a little bit about the matchmaking system. The matchmaking system is pretty well matched up. I'm losing and winning about like 60-40 or 55-45. So the games are fairly evenly matched up. In every single time I play a game, I've never ever completely creamed, or never is it just completely so easy that I could have played it in my sleep. The last guy I played, he had played in the IC Cups, and he has an IC Cup rating, so he completely owned me in that game. Or actually, it was a pretty fair game. I think I'll go ahead and shoutcast that game next. Right now we have, excuse me. Right now I have this SCV gonna go ahead and scout out with that 11th SCV. Gonna go ahead and scout in the counterclockwise position, so I will not be able to find my opponent that soon. So my opponent's gonna be able to just basically build and tech in peace without me really discovering anything. Jack, on the other hand, getting the secondary pylon in position and also getting that gateway as well. So pretty much a standard opening from both players. A probe now moving out. That probe, I believe, is also going to be scouting in the wrong direction, so both of us are not going to really be able to find each other that quickly. So a little bit lucky on his part and my part, as we're not really going to be able to find each other's tech. Coming back over here, I believe Jack actually chose random, so I did not know exactly what I wanted to go. Normally against Zerg opponents, I want to go reactor cores, and just in case he does try to swarm me a little bit early. But in this case, in this particular instance, I believe I try to go for excuse me, I believe I go for Tech Lab. I'm also getting that orbital command right now, and a little bit delayed on the supply depot. The orbital command is very important as a Terran player. The Terran players really need that orbital command in order to catch up against the Queen's Spar and Larva ability and the Protoss's Chrono Boost ability when they produce more, or when they're able to mine faster. Currently this mule just bringing back I think 30 minerals per trip, and it mines much faster, so one round trip, I believe it is just in fact like six SCVs mining. Coming back over here, I am running around in this base with this SCV, and I see dual gateway, single gas, and the cybernetic score. Off of this build, I can pretty much assume that there is in fact not going to be any immortals, because of that extra gateway and that cybernetic score. I'm thinking that I should probably be going marauders and perhaps even some siege tanks. But right now I know he's going to be massing a lot of zealots, so I in fact try to go get some reapers there in order to push back any front door attack that he may try to go. Front door Jack now trying to come out and try to try to scout with that probe quickly taken down by that reaper once again hopping up into that high ground. So this Reaper just sitting in this position. Now you gotta really be careful with your Reapers. Reapers tend to jump down for no reason. They start chasing, and you really don't want them to be chasing. And all of a sudden you come back and you realize, oh, that Reaper just chased. So whenever you have a Reaper, remember to hold position. Otherwise, they will be chasing those zealots that try to come into your base. Getting also an additional tech lab, as I want to go for marauders and now building a factory. So dual barracks, dual tech labs with a single factory. I'm still scouting out, see the cybernetics core, don't see anything else. And I know that he's going to start producing stalkers, so I in fact going to need to start producing some marauders as well. Also, I need marauders because the marauders only cost 25 gas as opposed to the Reaper's 50. As soon as I start pumping marauders, I will also be able to start pumping some siege tanks, as they're not as gas intensive. I go ahead and try to be tricky back here, try to build a bunker in this back position, but unfortunately it is scouted out by Jack, so Jack quickly taking that out right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to micro these units right here, trying to take down those poor zealots, trying to deal as much damage as I possibly can. Those zealots now backing off away. I'm going to go and trying to figure out what exactly Jack's trying to do. He does not want to get within range of these Reapers. 3 Reapers now, and now getting a 4th Reaper and some Marauders, also dropping down a tech lab and getting an additional factory. I want a factory again and another barrack. So trying to macro up as much as I possibly can as my build is so gas intensive. I think I'm going to need a reactor core on this barracks in order to produce some more Marines. Zealots now coming all the way back. Zealots fully healed shield-wise very, very quickly. So those shields regenerating very, very fast. Single stalker up on that high ramp and a couple of stalkers on the back over here, and now also building a pylon back here. So we'll see how that currently works out. Rabog's facility now being warped in and also getting that warp gate ability. So it looks like he may try to go for a warp prism drop or a warp prism warp gate maneuver. Taking a look at this, I still have that orbital command, trying to save up some energy in order to do more scouting, and I have a fairly decent sized army right now with 4 Reapers, 2 Marauders, and a couple Marines. Also getting a siege tank and teching siege tech. Gonna sit, having all these units hold position right here as these guys are going to be firing back, able to take down one of those units. Now gonna try to take down some of those zealots, come back up, focus down more units, take down another unit, and then just keep on hopping up and down. So I was able to get a couple free kills on those units as those zealots and stalkers are now trying to come back once again. Those 2 Marauders and those Reapers both dealing significant damage against those units, or terrible, terrible damage. Sorry, someone asked me to say that, so yeah, those Reapers and those Marauders dealing terrible, terrible damage against those zealots and those stalkers. So the stalkers and those zealots now trying to head back up. Jack now trying to do a trying to expand right now, and at this time I'm thinking he's either expanding or he's gonna try to mass. Anyways, I have the high ground. I should have siege tech up in just a moment, so I will be able to move a siege tank over here and defend this high ground if this early attack is destroyed. I did do an orbital scan. Did I do an orbital scan or a mule? I did an orbital scan. I think I scouted out this position, and I was thinking to myself, I can probably do some good maneuvering right now. So I'm going to come in with this single siege tank, a couple Marauders, couple Reapers, and those Marines. Each of those units specifically designed to counter another unit that Jack has currently built. Gonna come in and siege the siege tank, as I want to be able to take this down as quickly as possible. Sieging the siege tank. Here comes those units. Marauders gonna try to start shooting down those zealots. Zealots getting quickly taken down. And now here comes some Hellions as well to try to just add some more splash damage towards these units. Marauders are now focusing down these stalkers, and the stalkers are now getting taken down relatively quickly. More Marines coming up to do some reinforcement, and now the Nexus finally warps in. The Zealots quickly getting destroyed by those Reapers and those Marauders right now. So I have a group of 4 Hellions. Gonna go ahead and move up those Hellions onto high ground and just try to destroy his economy right now. Those Hellions dealing that splash damage, able to focus down, and those are able to just deal a lot of damage, and that splash damage dealing a lot of damage across multiple units, and then Jack leads the game. I hope you guys enjoyed that game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. It was just a good counter, good play, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.